per
Per
whatever. I don't know. What are the units of measurement for feet?
I don't know.
Don't answer that question, Brenden. You're gonna say something stupid. I don't even want to hear it.
Actually,
I'm cutting you off now.
I was gonna say feet, and then you stopped me. So thank you.
Yeah.
I actually don't know. What
those
13 and a half
videos,
what? 10 and a half what? Is it inches? It must not be inches. Actually, no, it might be inches because
you think a size 12 is a foot?
Yeah, because some people are like, oh, I can measure this by walking with my feet in a line.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's true. Well, I mean, I think that actually,
But it's also different too because if you look in the inside of a shoe, it does list U.S. size, UK size, and maybe somewhere else too. So
because UK is in centimeters. It's the unit of measure for shoes is based on the foot, the length of the foot in inches, with a formula of 3 times the last length in inches minus 24.
Who came up with this? Is that just how it is for the U.S. because we use inches?
I don't know.
America, our measuring system is all sorts of fucked up. We're just doing whatever the hell we want.
This is exactly why shoe brands feel all so different on your feet. This is 100% why, because of this fucking stupid place using the metric system.
Well, that, and I mean, I imagine like certain shoes, some are wider, some are narrower, so like that also plays into it, right?
Yeah, that's part of it too. I said metric system, but I meant the U.S. Metric system was everyone else uses.
Yes.
Metric system is the global. Imperial is here.
Imperial, okay. That's I was like in my brain. That's definitely the wrong word for the U.S. Because I get a shoe brand that is a European brand. I don't even think they really send shoes. Like you have to get like a boutique store or just order them from their website. And the sizing on their thing is always like, if you normally wear this, like order a size up. If you normally wear that, like it's like all over the place. Or maybe it's just they just know how people's feet are measured better. I have no idea.
Are those Yeezuses? Is that what those are? Is that what you're talking about?
Are you fucking crazy? First of all, I would never spend that type of money on shoes. Also, fuck Kanye. Like, what the fuck?
The Yeezys are not made by Kanye anymore.
Do they even make them anymore still? He just can't make
them. They were
right?
making them for a while.
But he can't
Adidas,
make them.
Correct. He doesn't have the name Yeezy, I don't think.
Yeah. I think that's why he goes by Ye now. I think that's part of the reason why. But I don't even think Adidas makes them. If they do, I don't know what the fuck they do with them, because they essentially just moved on to like other shoes that are similar design that are just called other things. But anyways, we got a great show for you, I guess, tonight. Welcome everyone to the Pass the Controller podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we talk about shoes too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Saturday evening is the anime senpai himself. Some call him Martini Mike, Mr. Michael Desir Mike. How are you doing tonight?
You know, every week you say we've got a great show for you tonight, and I'm always like, no, we fucking don't. And this is the first time you said it, and I could actually hear the apprehension in your voice. It's like, maybe we don't.
All right, take it home, Mike. You know what to do.
Here it is. I'm in charge now.
Well, I mean, there's only one way to find out, Mike, and it's strap in, and we're on for the ride. Also joining us tonight, of course, is the Fortnite father himself. He made a face when I said that. I don't. The Monster Hunter man. I don't fucking know what you want to be. Jeez,
I know you say something different every week.
I know. I never know what to do with you. Even though you're playing like the same fucking 3 games, I never know what to do with you.
It's all right. It's fine. I'm good. I'm here. I'm present.
Okay. And rounding us out, of course, is the Disney daddy himself, Mr. Dominic 40 Dom. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I just found a video from the season finale of Severance that I really want to send to Mike just to get his reaction. It is not spoilery, I don't think. It's just very confusing.
How long is the video?
It really won't matter because once it starts, he'll be like, "What the fuck is going on in this show?"
Send it to the group because I just want we all need to see it now. While you're doing that, we had a great show for you tonight. This episode, of course, is sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore of Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something hot, something sweet, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And if you're unaware of what a fatty is, you can check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and at Good Morning Chubby and educate yourself on these tasty, tasty treats. Other quick housekeeping things before we roll into tonight's episode. The PTC Movie Club pick for March is Mike's pick, and he chose Baby Driver. And next week is the...
I knew it was going to be that.
Yeah,
I knew it was going to be.
I'm not going to click on it, but
Yeah. So this is... Brenden, you keep talking. I'll talk about
Baby Driver, next week's the end of the month, so we'll probably record that episode next week. So if you want to hear us chat about Baby Driver, make sure you tune into that. Before we dive into Severance, I will quickly say 2 things. One, we're not going to talk about spoilers for Severance, but we're going to talk about Severance a little bit. But we will avoid spoilers completely as much as we can because Mike has not watched the show.
We'll have Mike lead the discussion. That way there can't be spoilers.
Perfect.
What if I'm very adept? What if I'm very astute and I just pick things out left and right?
Well, here's the thing.
Then they're not spoilers.
Yeah, they're not spoilers because we're not going to respond to them that way. And listen, if the audience also hasn't watched and is trying to avoid spoilers, they won't know either because it's coming from you. And if you happen to be right, then, maybe you should go buy a scratch ticket. I don't know what to tell you.
The show is definitely getting legs, which I think is really funny because there's a lot of people that are jumping into this show and have no idea what it's about. And it's just, it's funny to see people's reactions.
Well, Apple needs it to get legs because they're just hemorrhaging money over there.
Which is insane because I've been saying for a while that it's my favorite streaming platform. I think there's a lot of good stuff on it. I like how I have all my movies on it.
That might be Todd's hottest take.
Yeah, that is kind of a hot take. I hope, and then I'll finish housekeeping, that what it doesn't happen is that Apple forces them to do more seasons than they should of the show. Hey, we need to keep people joining Apple Plus or whatever to fucking watch this shit.
Ending a show and then waiting a couple of years and being actually, we're going to come back for another season.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
Ted Lasso was
there it is.
Ted Lasso ending didn't really make sense to me. I felt like the conclusion wasn't the best conclusion, and they kind of left it open ended. So it was I assumed they were coming back.
I will say, I think it's a little bit different, simply because. And this is partially me being selfish because I love Ted Lasso and I'm happy to eat up more Ted Lasso. But they're such different programs, and Severance is seemingly done so intentionally that everything that they're doing in every fucking scene seems to be very intentional, which is why so much of the audience is digging for clues and references and what might be happening and what might be happening next. Because they're seemingly pretty good about doing it that way. So you extend the show, who knows if that gets some of that wears thin, or if they had an initial vision for the show and then they're asked to push it longer, some of that stuff might get a little plot holey or less concise or whatever. But with that being said, 2 new cocktail recipes up this week, one for Severance and one for Assassin's Creed Shadows. So you can head over to passthecontroller.io to check those out. There's videos, written recipes, all that fun stuff. The Severance one did pretty well out of the gate. I think that was a last minute thing. I was like, I'm going to record the Assassin's Creed one. Maybe I'll just make a quick Severance video. And then friend of the show, Jesse Vitelli and Alex Van Aken were both like, you should put these ones on TikTok properly. And I was like, all right, I'll do that and see what happens. And I don't know. It did more than I expected it to. And I was like, maybe I'll put them also on TikTok going forward.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not on the TikTok, but it seems like if you want to get attention, you cater to that crowd.
Well, I don't really use TikTok, so I had to do some quick learning and also kind of look at what are actually people doing on it, which is funny because I didn't actually look at any recipe videos. I just quickly looked at open TikTok and just scrolled a few times, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do what I thought I should do, and that's this. With a little bit of input
I'm so
from Alex
mad though.
and Jesse.
I just want to say I'm really mad right now because
What?
I just looked. I didn't know you put it on TikTok, and someone wrote better than Lemon Party, and literally I was going to write that comment on every fucking thing you put it on, and I didn't. But I just saw someone else put that. I'm like, damn it.
So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I might even go through and edit some of the old cocktail videos to format them for TikTok and see if I can just get them all on there. And go
TikTok's weird, man. I post like video game clips and I get like 30 likes, and I'm like, I didn't do anything. Why am I getting likes on this? You know, it doesn't make sense. I don't get how the algorithm works.
Yeah, I mean, I don't plan on pivoting the stuff that we're doing to make TikTok content, but I do think I might also look through different episodes of the podcast and maybe pull out some clips and just see, because again, I want to like funnel people back to this, which is the main thing that we're doing. At least as far as if we were going to clip out podcast stuff and put it on that format.
I'm just glad you're moving to the superior app finally, you know.
Oh, I'm not. Well, here's the other thing, and then we can just get into Severance. Because I had it open, and I've barely ever used TikTok, but the few times that I've tried to, I'm like, everyone else seems to have algorithms that actually want to, like, whether it's good or bad, it's at least showing them things that they fucking are interested in. And anytime prior that I've used TikTok, I could never get the algorithm to actually show me something that I gave a fuck about. And now it is almost entirely only showing me Severance clips and theories. And I'm like, okay, I love this app right now because it's actually feeding me something I want to see.
See, like I like TikTok because it's like my gaming app when I'm lost. I'm like, I'll type in something quick, and rather than getting like a YouTube video where I sit through ads, I get like a quick 30-second video that tells me how to fucking find something in Monster Hunter or find an item or a monster I'm looking for. So I use it for like gaming quite a bit. It's like my go-to look up, like, oh, I'm stuck.
Sapphire Jade in the chat. Yeah, pull clips from the episode where you talk about cat poop for like a solid 20 minutes. I don't remember which episode, but I did re-listen to that one recently. It's funny that you said that.
I don't remember that episode. Oh, I mean, I believe we did it.
Oh,
but...
I do. I remember that episode, and it actually got brought up tonight before we came up here to record because I forget what I said downstairs, and Jen was like, "Why don't you just talk about that on the podcast?" I was like, "I don't think we need another episode where we talk about poop for longer than, I don't know, a second. We don't need to have a poop following, or maybe, I don't know." But with that being said, Mike, someone who has not watched Severance, do you know anything? Yeah. Do you actually know anything about Severance or no?
I know the bare minimum of the like the pretense of, hey, they work at this place, and when you're at work, what you do at work and what you do outside of work are entirely separate. Like you're severed. Mm-hmm. So like you've got your inside work personality and your outside work personality. They don't know what's going on in the other place.
Okay. So with that being the only amount of knowledge you have, what do you think?
That's only a solid
like that you know is true. Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think? Do we want to ask him what do we think the whole series so far is about, or what we think happened in season 2?
I mean,
I guess it's the same thing.
If that's the only structure that he knows about, then there's like,
based on the random clips that you have seen, Mike, and the random things that you have no idea what it pertains to. It could just be like not important, inconsequential. You don't really know how anything ties to anything.
I don't know how anything ties to anything.
What do you think?
And
what do you think?
Don't tie him into anything either, though.
Yeah, no, I'm not. We're not gonna even like really like. What do you think is going on?
I truly don't. I can't wrap my head around an overall plot. You know, like I don't know what the characters are striving to get to.
Okay.
Just because, like, outside of the thing I told you, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they care. Like, I assume they care about what's going on inside the office or what's going on outside the office. I don't know if we know what the company does.
Mike, it's in the title. They're all fighting for their severance checks. Like, that's literally, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, Todd, if that were true, then they wouldn't be working at the office anymore.
Inside the building, they're just reliving the events of The Office.
And I
I
was hoping, like I said, so the clip that Dom sent is like the one thing that I saw briefly scrolling through Twitter, and I scrolled past it because I haven't watched it with sound. Like I just know that it exists, and I do not
it's
know.
unimportant to watch it with sound right now. I mean, it's just, I mean, it's nonsensical if you don't watch the show. So
exactly,
I mean,
so,
it's fairly nonsensical if you do watch the show.
Is the one that you sent a raw clip of the show, or was it like an edited video?
I think it's. I think, as far as I know, it's a raw clip from the show.
Yeah, so like I scrolled past it and I was like, this is happening, but who knows why? I get the sense that some of the drama may or may not pertain to the fact that some of these characters have different relationships outside of the office. So like someone in the office might be hooking up with ex-coworker, but outside the office, they have a different sexual preference and they're hooking up with someone else entirely.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
I feel like a lot of people think this way with the show too. Like I think this is like the thought process with this show.
I don't know if that's just like a meme people are making, or if that's like
no,
or if it's like a thing that they're saying specifically because it's occurring. And then what else? Oh, I found out today for certain there's a character named Mark. That much I do know. I don't know.
Wait, you don't know who Mark is though? Okay, that's even funnier actually that you don't know.
I just know that there's a character named Mark.
Okay. Did you find out any more information, or just that there is a character named Mark?
Well,
Mike, just start watching it now so you get so you don't get spoilers.
The reason why I know that the character's name is Mark is just because like the main character of Invincible is Mark, and they'd mentioned like, oh, these two seasons both ended. It's been a big season for Mark, so that's
okay.
That is my context.
Did you see the one that I read where it went further into detail about the similarities between those?
I haven't. I don't think I've read. I haven't read anything. I think I saw one YouTube thumbnail that might have been just clickbaity, or it might have been like a real thing. So like I don't know what that pertains to. So
I obviously didn't watch the season finale of Invincible yet, but I read that there was something very similar that happened.
Yeah, I already got the spoiler. Trust me. Oh, I know from the comics what happens a little bit, but like I was hoping it wasn't gonna. I got the spoiler though, definitely. I told Amanda. I made her. I ruined it for her as well. I was like, because we just started watching the season.
Invincible, I don't care about that much, so like I will watch spoilers and breakdowns of that show. So like, whatever.
You just fucking ruined Todd's life.
Yeah, I mean, Invincible is interesting, but I don't care enough.
No, it's fun. I'm not like Invincible's the best show ever. It's super. It's fun though. I like it.
I just like.
It is interesting that Mike just said, "I don't care very much about Invincible, so I don't really care about watching spoilers." When we're talking about Severance, and he left that part out.
Yeah, I've said so many times, like, oh no, I do want to watch Severance. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Like I'm that very clear.
Like I'm so glad because I wanted to watch it forever. This last like week and a half kind of sucked, but it was also awesome because it's some of the best TV I've watched. But at the same time, I've had zero video game time, which is basically why I never watched TV.
Yeah.
And but it was a good
Severance
payoff.
Was the right way to. Severance was the right thing to do. Yes.
100%. Yeah, it was an awesome payoff. It's top tier television. Yeah, it's but it sucks because there's no time for video games when you do that shit. It's just like, ugh.
I will say, I've been stewing on it since Thursday night. Granted, it's only been 2 days. I think the season finale for this show might be one of the best season finales of any show. Like,
it's when they show that list of like top rated episodes.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. I just feel like there's probably others that I would put ahead of this.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's number one. I'm just saying like I think it's like for sure.
I'm trying to think of like top tier season finales. Like I can't even think of like what stands out for season finales.
I still, and this is fucking basic bitch talking, but like Half Measure, Full Measure from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I think those were great. And I mean that might be cheating counting both episodes, but
is the episode that I think the title of it is like the periodic table abbreviations. You know what I'm talking about? Isn't there a title that's like?
Yeah, you might be right.
Is that also a finale?
You're right. It might be. It might be, but that maybe that just speaks to how strongly I feel about those 2 episodes I mentioned before, that I at least remember the names.
What I don't have to go too far in detail. Which one was that?
Half Measure and Full Measure. That was the end of season 4, I think. It is the one where I think Walt and Jesse try to take down Gus.
Is it the end of Gus or no?
No. This is actually, so this is the one where with Gale, where Gale.
Oh, see, I think that's like one of the best. Yeah, I agree with that.
Because
like,
that ends with
Jesse
that, right?
at the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a good one.
No,
I mean, obviously,
because Half Measure ends with Walt in the car.
But before,
yes,
when he runs.
Oh, that's a different episode.
Oh, okay.
That's a different episode.
That's also great.
That's Half Measure, and then Full Measure ends with Jesse and Gale.
So good. And I will say,
why Full Measure is so good? It's just because when Walt's down there with Mike and the other guy, and they're like, he's like, hold on, I need to. He's like, gives me the phone. He's like, Jesse, do it. And he's just like that whole scene where he plays them the whole time,
that's
and you're
so
like,
good.
and even Mike is shocked. No one shocks Mike.
Is Hank taking a shit, reading the book, seeing the initials also a season finale?
I think so.
That's another. I don't remember if the whole episode is good, but that's like a fucking crazy way to end that episode.
That was the second to last episode, wasn't it? I mean, season, wasn't it?
No, I feel like there was at least like 2
that
or
might have
3
been the weird one where
of...
it ended. Wasn't there a season that got broken
short.
in half?
Yeah, maybe it was that.
Oh, maybe
I think it was the
Yeah, I think you're right.
Finale.
Damn, what a fucking show.
Which is why I need to watch fucking Better Call Saul.
I know, I need to finish it too.
So good.
I'm a clown. I'm an actual clown. But back to Severance, and then we can move on. I have been stewing in this episode. I've been thinking about the show, thinking about the episode, thinking about the future of season 3, thinking about... There's just so much to fucking chew on there, and there's so much that people are out there talking about and theorizing about, and that's some of my favorite shit, is to just like, oh, people are like passionately fucking dissecting this shit and talking about it, and I'm eating it up. I'm fucking all about it.
We haven't had this since Lost, I don't think. Like, has there really been anything since Lost where we were like, oh shit, this, that, this, and we were like theorizing shit, just going over it? Like,
I mean, there probably has been. I just maybe not something I've watched.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch and I forget.
Oh yeah.
WandaVision.
Yeah, Mephisto's,
I wouldn't even
in every episode.
I wouldn't even put WandaVision in like top tier television though.
Oh,
I thought it was good.
You're crazy.
I don't think it was that good.
I think it might be the best Marvel show, to be honest.
No, Daredevil's probably going to take that.
I actually know we all put something different. What did we put as number 1? We all agreed on it. Was it?
Was it Loki?
She-Hulk.
Oh, She-Hulk. I fucking love that.
It was
show.
She-Hulk.
Yeah,
it was She-Hulk.
She-Hulk was so funny.
But
WandaVision was probably in our top 3 though.
I think Loki also had a bunch of like
Loki's,
Yep.
But these were like a little bit different because I feel like Marvel stuff, we're kind of just trying to figure out, hey, we have an idea of like where they're going, and we're trying to like figure out how they're getting there maybe. Where this is straight up
unique idea.
It's its own thing, and like there's still so much world building that continues to go on, and there's so much we don't know, and probably things that we'll never find the answer to, but they're good about breadcrumbing that. So like we can maybe make assumptions, but we may not never know. We may not have the answer now. We may not ever have the answer, but everything around it is like pretty well done, that like this person's theory could be true, but this person's theory could also be true. And it's like, there's a lot of good moments like that, whether it's for who specific characters might be, who, what might be going on in this place, what might be going on in that place, what the company might be up to, what is going on in that world outside of the business. Like there's just a lot of stuff constantly going on, and a lot of interpersonal stuff that's constantly going on. And I don't know, one of the things that actually friend of the show, Ken Shepard, wrote an article on Kotaku about it. You should go check that out. But he talked about the finale and talked about how cool it would be if they just ended the show there. Because as much as I personally don't want that, it would also be kind of fucking cool if that's how they ended the show. Because, like, I think it leaves a lot of things that you could, in your mind, give yourself the answer to. But there's so many, like, you don't actually know what is
There's just
actually
one
happening
plot
yet.
point that I don't think that would work with. Like, and obviously I can't
Yeah,
talk
you
about
can't
it, but
say,
there's just one plot point that I just don't think it would sit right. It just wouldn't make it. It would just be like, they took the easy
Text it
way
to me
out.
because I am actually curious. Don't text the
Yeah.
group, obviously.
won't.
I will say, unless Mike catches up sometime soon, if not, maybe on an off week or
Guys
something,
do a
we should.
spoiler. Yeah,
Yeah,
guys do a spoiler episode.
I think it would be fun to have a little chat about that. Maybe get a couple of guests on and chat about Severance. I think it would be.
Honestly,
a
me and
good
Amanda
chat.
went through like, how many episodes is it? Fucking like 18 and like.
Todd, we'll talk about that after because I
Couple
have
days.
so many thoughts. I like have Jen and I have been talking about it all day. So
Like, I love the show, but Amanda's like, it's her personality right now, and it's almost like making me not like the show because she won't shut the fuck up about it. I'm just like, I'm like, Amanda, I love it too. But we've been listening to the podcast too. The podcast is great though.
The podcast
Like,
is
if you
good,
know,
yeah. I like the podcast. I didn't finish the finale episode today yet, but I'll
so
finish it
like with like
probably Monday when
when we
driving.
talk about like Breaking Bad and all these other shows, I will say this: like, I fucking like Breaking Bad. I liked a lot of the characters, but I didn't love every character in Breaking Bad. I feel like there's not a single fucking character in Severance that I don't like.
I feel like the intention of Breaking Bad was that you weren't supposed to like a lot of characters.
Yeah.
No,
like
yeah,
the
but
main character.
but I love him.
Well,
but like, he's like my favorite
did
character.
no,
I know,
I think
but I feel like you were supposed to like continually like not like Walt as the show went on.
They could never make anyone not like Walt. They did a horrible
Vince
job.
Gilligan has said that like he had to like build things around Walt to at least make the audience have empathy for him, at least at the beginning of the show.
At the beginning,
yeah.
But then they had to, at a certain point, I think it worked too well. And it's like, oh, no. This is the part where he's supposed to be a bad guy. And like, yes, he's still a protagonist, but he's a bad guy. But people were just like, yo, Walt is just trying to cook meth for his family. Fuck his wife for saying no to that. She's a fucking... It's like, guys, no, he's a bad dude.
Like, I hated the baby in that show. Like, what the fuck? You know, like, it's like, that's like...
I mean, yeah, I get it. Hating babies. Babies suck.
I also just thought of another one that turned out, like, I had to Google it to see if it was the season finale, and it was not. The Reigns of Castamere was the penultimate episode of that season.
Was Battle of the Bastards a final?
I don't think so.
If that's the case, that's
like... I think that might have also been a penultimate.
What's that, the episode before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you might be right, too.
I don't know. I don't want to drone
Was the
on
Red
too
Wedding
much about Red Wedding. I have no idea. I don't watch that show.
I don't think that was either.
Well,
I feel like
Reign of Castamere was the Red Wedding episode.
Oh.
Was that that was the finale?
It was the
penultimate. Yeah, see, they always do that shit. Like, they always, like, go crazy on the second to last episode, then, like, the aftermath after. I mean, Battle of the Bastards might be one of my favorite episodes of TV. I mean, it probably is my favorite episode of TV ever. It's like watching a fucking movie.
Well, wait, are we gonna say anything else about Severance?
I mean, I feel like I'm a big fan. I thought it was a very good season. I thought it was a very good finale. Todd, I don't know, you on that same page or no?
Yeah, I think like the finale is like top tier television.
Yeah.
It's definitely in my like top 5 great television episodes of all time.
Yeah.
I think that if Adam Scott, that's his name, right? Adam Scott. Adam Scott and I think her name's what is it? Leakin or
Deacon.
If they both don't win Emmys, then I'm rioting. Like I am obviously.
Actually, I meant to look. I don't know if the first season was nominated for anything. I have no idea.
It was, but it didn't. It only won. I think it won score maybe or something like that. It won
the
like
music is also really good.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I think that like Britt Lauer, the actress that plays
Great, she's great.
Helly is phenomenal. Like I think she's
Dude,
very,
I think
very
Dylan,
good at
I
playing
think
both parts of her being.
I think Dylan might be the like best character in the show, honestly. Like in some ways,
they're all really
Just
good.
like-
I mean, Dylan's great. Irv is fantastic.
Irv is
they're all-
amazing,
and
yeah.
obviously
Yeah, they're
Bert's
all
good.
Yeah.
Like there's just they're. It's a really good show. It's just a solid television show. Like so much so that like now that we're probably gonna have such a big gap, or before I even say that, Dom, overall you enjoyed it.
I did.
Did you like the season, or were you soft on the season? I know some
No,
people
I thought
were
it was
waffling.
good.
Yeah, I like the season.
I understand why people would have a problem with it. We got a lot of like background episodes.
Yeah.
But I like this is the kind of show where it's necessary for those, so I had no
100%.
problem with them.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, it's just I didn't watch like far into Game of Thrones, but I read the books, and like there's huge portions where like I'm sick of these fucking characters. Can we get back to like Tyrion and what's like actually going on?
Yeah.
So like I understand like
That's probably why the show worked well for me, because like I feel like I would be losing.
They didn't do that.
Yeah.
There's like full books without like some.
Oh god. Oh man, that'd be tough. Yeah. Okay.
So it was like 2 or 3 year gap between season 1 and season 2 coming out.
I think it was 3 years, and Adam Scott has
years.
already come out and said, "Do not expect it to be 3 years again."
Yeah, and Ben Stiller was also on something this week. I don't know if it was Howard Stern. So he was on something and said like, season 3 is coming, and it will not be as long of a wait. But still, I do expect it to be at least a year, if not longer. So I'm like,
longer.
I don't really have anything else. Because I don't watch a lot of TV, but now I'm so like, I kind of need something to kind of fill that. So, R.I.P. Lynch. I don't think I've ever watched anything Lynch. I think I'm gonna watch Twin Peaks.
There you go. Do it.
That might be the next thing I dive
Do you
into.
know that Apple signed this show in 2015/2016? They it was before Apple TV even existed. This show was signed, and then they hit the pandemic, because I was listening to the podcast, and they hit the pandemic, and they filmed basically peak pandemic is when they started filming.
Yeah. Well, I think that's. So I've listened to some of that too, and I think that's why
it works so well for the show.
Yeah, I think season 1 has a very it's like you can feel without knowing that, you can feel there's very specific way that they're interacting, and it's probably because they're they're doing these scenes and then putting on safety gear in between.
This isn't spoilers or anything, but when the ball passing thing in the first season. That was the first time they all sat at a table without masks and saw each other's faces and kind of thing. Wow. And it was so it's kind of wild, know, and it makes, I think it helped the show in some ways.
Oh, I'm sure it did. I think it adds a level, without something you can see, you can definitely feel it in the show. You can feel that those actors were going through that, within the bounds of the real world. Anyways, Severance is good. I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to season 3. Mike, you should definitely try to watch it before season 3 comes out. That way you're on the weekly hook.
You're gonna get spoilers if you don't watch it.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm worried about for you.
So, what I want to say briefly was, number one, I don't think I've seen spoilers, or rather, whenever I see something that I know is about Severance, even though I know it's probably going to have no context, I typically scroll past it. And I don't linger long enough to even really make any connections.
You're fucked now, though, because your phone's listening to you. And every time I talk about something, this is when my phone starts fucking giving me spoilers on Twitter and stuff.
Probably right. You're probably right. Number one, the one thing I realize is that I don't think I typically see pictures of things that happen outside the office. That's just something that I noticed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, you know what? I'm only seeing stuff that's inside the office.
Okay. Yeah.
The second thing I noticed was, for instance, the clip that Dom had sent. I think I hadn't seen that actor. I knew that actor was in it, but I feel like he's a season 2 thing, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm just saying, I don't think I really noticed him until people were talking, showing season 2 stuff. But that leads me to my third point, which is oh, wait a minute. wasn't Christopher Walken on this show? Like, I feel like I knew that he was on the show. I don't see people talking about him anymore. So I'm like, I don't know what happened to him. It could be related to point one where I'm like, I don't see things that happen outside the office. So maybe he's just in outside office land. Maybe he's dead. Maybe I'm just forgetting. Maybe he wasn't on the show. But like, those are the things I don't know.
Who's to say, Mike?
Again, I haven't put it together yet. I haven't.
Don't try to put it together because it won't even make like you know. It won't.
No, try to put everything together. Try to put all the things that you know about the show together. Goats, marching band,
band.
Put those things together.
Put those things together. All right.
Actually, I'm going to spoil something for you, Mike. The marching band thing is actually like the SpongeBob marching band. That's like what they were trying to recreate in the office just to cheer everyone up. So
yeah, I did right before he said, I'm like, oh, you know what? It's probably like their Pizza Friday thing. He's like, hey guys, I know the morale is low, so let's do
a little sweet victory.
Yep,
that's right.
And the characters are like, this isn't what we wanted. Fucking boop 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 boop.
All right, before we move on from this topic, because we can't really go into detail at all. Similar to how sometimes I'll try to guess what the synopsis is for a movie pick, Mike. What do you think? Like, that they're potentially doing this thing where they're severing their being, so there's a work person and a non-work person. Like, what do you think the plot of the show is currently?
Listen, the egg bar is coveted. All right, so just fucking go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I really do want to come up with something, but like, again, outside of knowing that, the best I can guess is that the company is quote unquote bad, and the people outside the Audis, right? The Audis already know that, but they have no way of conveying that to the, I assume, innies, I forget already, that hey, that's happening. Please do something about it. And did I have anything more than that? No, I don't think I did.
Who do you think plays Mark?
Well, ideally, I would say like, oh, Mark is probably the main character. That's probably Adam Scott, but it probably isn't. It probably is the guy that was in.
It's
Spider-Man. The guy that was in Spider-Man. I forget the actor's name.
Dylan. I forget
Zach Cherry.
And so, you see Seymour Lee put that tweet out.
Okay, Mike. Go ahead.
No, I think I was just saying because I thought my brain was going to do something.
I think the Dylan character, we're going to find out that he's basically, what's the guy from the whole, believe I'm forgetting his name.
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti was like always a background actor and in so many fucking movies until he was big. And we're going to realize that Dylan, the actor who plays Dylan, was in so many things. You're like, oh, he was in that. Oh my God, he was that dude in that who was in that movie for like 5 minutes. Cause that's what like Paul Giamatti was all through the 90s. That's all he was.
All right, Mike, you just got to watch it now. I forgot what I was going to say. So you just got to watch it.
No. All right.
Anyways, before we end up accidentally spoiling something for Severance, we should move on. So, I haven't been playing much other than Assassin's Creed this past week. I've had a lot of other stuff going on, so I actually haven't had a lot of time to play games. A lot of personal stuff this week. I am very close to the end, but we did talk about it in the last episode. We had a breakout episode for Assassin's Creed Shadows with our kind of review in progress. So I'm almost done. So unfortunately, probably not next week because next week will be the movie episode. But I will talk about it and kind of put my feather on that cap on the next time we talk about games for sure. But I will say that my opinion on the game hasn't gotten worse. It's probably only gotten a little bit better, and I am really enjoying my time with it still. So, so much so that part of me wishes I had a little bit more time in between what I have to play next because I am enjoying going around and doing side stuff still. So I just know I need to kind of put a stop to that to get to the end of the game. So I wish I had more time in real life to dedicate to doing more side stuff because I'm enjoying that gameplay loop. But that's really all I've been playing because I miss
bartending because that's when we used to get our gaming time was fucking mornings a lot just I'd be rallying and no distractions, nothing. And now I fall asleep after an hour of gaming.
I mean, I don't. I've been staying up super fucking late lately playing stuff, but it's just not enough time of the day to do everything I got to do. Anybody else been playing anything? I know Dom's also been busy and slowly plucking away at Assassin's Creed as well. Mike, have you been playing anything or?
Same old shit.
Okay, well, we'll come back to Mike in a second. Todd, you have anything? I got a reason why. Anything you've been playing? Just Monster Hunter?
I just started, just mostly Monster Hunter. I started Assassin's Creed, but I dipped my toes into 3 Immortals, and I was not impressed. I kind of didn't feel great. It's like a game preview right now, though. I don't know if it's the official game out. It's on Game Pass right now. But yeah, I wasn't too into what I saw so far. But who knows? I mean, maybe it's something I have to actually put some actual time into.
Yeah, I mean, that game is on my short list of things I want to get to soon. So
it felt very much like it was trying to be Hades, but the combat didn't feel as smooth, and I don't know. Yeah, it didn't seem bad, but I think in a sea of games where I'm playing so many things, it's not something that I tried and I was like, I need to stick with this kind of thing.
It's on my list. I'll definitely check it out at some point. I hope that my opinion doesn't match here. Well, I just hope the game is good. So not that my opinion doesn't match yours. I just hope the game is good. Have you anything substantial in Monster Hunter you want to talk about, or just you're just grinding away right now?
Yeah, I'm just end game grinding. I hit I think level 70 or something like that. I'm trying to get to 100.
Yeah, that's another thing. There's part of me that wishes Monster Hunter was a January game because I feel like I would have just had so much more time to just get into it and really be blasting through end game stuff.
It would have been perfect at that time because there wasn't much. I didn't play much. I was playing Cyberpunk January, February. I had nothing else to play, and but now it's kind of making me not play Assassin's Creed, and I really am enjoying Assassin's Creed so far. So it's tough because today I was gonna play some Assassin's Creed. I played 4 hours of Monster Hunter. Didn't even fucking touch
well, that's kind of where I'm at. I gotta finish Assassin's Creed. I gotta jump into a few other things, and I'm like, Monster Hunter just keeps getting pushed a little further away. I'm like, no, I want to I rolled first credits, but I want to do high rank fights and I want to get.
Listen, when you're ready, just let me know because that's a game I will always go back and play. Yeah, so even if it's 6 months down the line, I'll play that game.
It's not uninstalled. I'm not walking away from that game, and I think the title update comes out next month, so there'll be more stuff. So a lot of people who maybe are paused right now on it will be popping back in, but I just need to get myself to that point where I can actually go into those encounters with you guys.
Yo, these people that hit level 100 though, and was there's not enough content. I've put a good chunk of time in this game, and I'm level 70. It's crazy. These people fucking play 24 hours a day.
Yeah. But you haven't been playing much, Mike. It's kind of the same old stuff.
Yeah, it's just the same old fucking battle passy nonsense.
What is the update? What is the current situation with Persona 3 Reload? Why are we not finishing this game? What is the deal here?
I don't know. I think it's more of a case of, once I finish it, it's going to be over, and then what'll I do?
So
did you play 4?
I didn't play 4 yet, but I have to figure out how I'm going to play it.
Then that's what you do.
Well, hold on. I got 2 things for you, Mike. Actually, I got 2 things for you, and that's why I wanted to switch to do you last. Is you can finish Persona 3 Reload. You put that away. You're like, wow, that was a fantastic game. Great. Then you can just swing on over to Metaphor ReFantasio, which is a fucking fantastic game, Mike.
Yeah, I thought about that, but I was like, boy, I truly get not wanting to go right back into another JRPG.
Which that I do understand, but hear me out. You go from that, and then we get the actual confirmation later this year, hopefully. I'm assuming maybe it's an SGF thing, that Persona 4 remake that got potentially leaked is a real thing. And then you have that on the horizon. But then you'll have your gap, because that probably, I would be shocked if it's a this year thing. So you get Metaphor now. You get a break to do some non-big commitment, long games. And then you jump back in when Persona 4 comes out.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a timeline. I feel like I could also do what I'm doing now, which is kind of space on Persona 3, finish up P3R proper, then do the, what is it, episode,
The Answer.
I guess The Answer, whatever it's called,
Or
then do that.
I think the original DLC is called The Answer. Maybe it's called something different now. But yeah, the DLC.
It might be called The Answer. Yeah. Twiddle my thumbs for a bit, then go into Metaphor.
Okay.
That'll take me a long time, and by the time I finish that, the supposed Persona 4 remake will be out. It'll give me some time to like also relax, play some other game. I don't know what games I would actually play. And then go into Golden Redux. Again, this is all hypothetical. I have no idea. I could really just bang out the rest of the game. I'm sure if I like sat down and said, "All right, let me just do this," I could just go through the last few days of the game, play the final boss. I'm sure there's some like epilogue stuff, and then do the Answer after that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think you should, because I want to hear what you think overall after, because I think that might, even though I don't have time for it right now, I really want to play Persona 3 Reload, and I think you finishing it will be like the little nudge of like, fuck, I need to play this game like now.
No.
It's annoying because I put in like 10 hours to that game and then just stopped playing it because something came out.
No, you stopped playing it because it's Cyberpunk, because you have a problem.
No, when did that come out? That came out
like last February.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I played it right when it came out on Game Pass. Something else came out.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Final Fantasy.
Maybe that's probably what it was.
Game you loved. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that like kind of segue into a smaller little discussion I wanted to quickly have before we wrap things up, which was, so we've been kind of in this space of really good remakes, really good ports of stuff for the most part. No shortage of those things. Persona 4 remake on the horizon potentially. Xenoblade Chronicles X just got ported this week to the Switch, which was like probably the last big Wii U game that wasn't available outside of the Wii U, and people are loving that game. And I think it's going to see just a whole new audience now that never played it because they didn't have a fucking Wii U. So I think that game is going to have like a whole new love for it now, which is cool to see. Are there other things that like either you have played that you think you feel like people didn't really fucking play that you'd love to see get a second chance? Or are there things that you never played for X reason and are selfishly want it forward? Because there are definitely things that I would love to see get either remake or remaster or, you know, something more elite, like a reimagining, like the Rebirth remake 7 stuff, or something just very well done, like a Resident Evil 4 remake, or even if it's just, again, like a touch it up here, make it nice, quality of life features, move forward there. I don't know if anybody has stuff that they...
I don't know. I'm like on the fence with this shit because, like, I'm like the first person who plays these. I feel like PlayStation 5's identity has been fucking remakes and like not really many new games. And I feel like the Switch, back half of the Switch has been like remake. And I'm just like, I feel like all the focus has been on fucking remakes and less first party like games kind of thing. But I'm the first person to play them, so like I'm sitting here being like a hypocrite. But like, fucking, I am kind of just like, every time I see like these like developer fucking things or whatever, it's like one new game and like 3 remakes. And I'm like, okay. As I'm playing fucking Silent Hill remake, as I'm playing Resident Evil, you know, I'm playing them.
You're like, what are you even complaining about? You're playing these games.
I just want to say, like, I don't know. I feel like my PlayStation 5 has been pretty fucking weak when it comes to fucking
I mean,
new first party.
I think PlayStation 5 has a problem with that. I think they're porting a lot of things that are not even that old. Like, we're talking about PS4 games getting ported. You know, at least with some of the Switch stuff, it's like, in this case, again, Xenoblade Chronicles is locked to the Wii U. If you didn't have a Wii U, you know, all of the other Xenoblade games are now on Switch. Let's just get this one over here. Stuff like that, I think is a little bit different. I think stuff like Metroid Prime getting ported over, I think people were pretty pumped about that. I think those are like good games to have kind of get a second little coat of paint and get some fresh eyes on them. In like Persona 3 is like kind of a perfect example. It's a game that people love, but I still feel like in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't have like a lot of people that played it. So it getting like a nicer remake for modern consoles, I think does a lot for not even just Persona 3, but like just for, turn-based RPGs and the Persona series, which is just kind of cool to see. And it's not like Atlas is a outlier here because, yeah, we got Persona 3 Reload, but we also got a brand new game from them in the same year, calendar year. Like we got Metaphor and Persona 3 Reload in the same year, among other Atlas games. So it wasn't like they're just cashing in remake. They're also putting out, unique titles and new things. So I think that's definitely a valuable part of that conversation. But I mean, Capcom's another one that, they got Resident Evil 3. They did 2, 3, and 4, but they're also in no shortage of. You got Street Fighter 6. You got new Monster Hunter. You got.
They just what's it
Dogma
called?
3, 2.
Didn't they just extend the rights or something to Dino Crisis? So it sounds like they're going to be doing a remake of that. I think something just came out recently that they did something with Dino Crisis.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing a lot of new stuff still. So like, it is less offensive to me.
Great.
Yeah, it's less offensive to me when they're porting or remaking or remastering stuff because.
Which is wild to say that Capcom's been great. Like, because like a few years ago. Yeah.
What'd you say now?
I said it's just a fine line. Like.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, some of these games like are great to like have and be able to play, but like at the same time, like. Couldn't we just get a new Resident Evil? Couldn't we just get a new, like, Xenoblade? Couldn't we just get, like... Couldn't you take these teams that you're using to build, to remaster these games and put them...
I feel like Xenoblade's still not going to do well on the Switch. Like, I don't think that's going to build an audience for that game, bringing that game back. Because at the tail end of the Switch's life cycle, like, we're like... I don't think...
I don't know, everything I've heard about it, like...
Oh, I'm sure the game is great, but I feel like that game's always had a hard time drawing people into it because, like, the combat system is kind of people have issues with that. Not like people
X
who love
is
the game.
a completely different game, anyways, isn't it?
Oh, is it? I don't know.
It's like a not a Transformers, but it's like a giant.
Oh yeah, it's like mecha thing. Yeah.
What, Xenoblade?
Yeah,
the one that just did.
Oh, I don't know if X has those things. I have no idea, but I don't think Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3 are like that.
No. I heard that X is like it's like I don't know. Like it has its own mechanics.
I think it is definitely not an easy thing. Like Todd's argument to like just throw that over everything because I do think everything is kind of a little bit more specific when it comes to different studios and publishers and stuff. Because even with the Xenoblade thing, like Monolith Soft. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was a new game that came out during the Switch era. So it's like they did put out a brand new huge game in addition to I don't even know if
I'm not singling them out.
Yeah.
Like,
but they may not even have worked on the ports because sometimes like some of these studios or some of these publishers will have other teams do the ports and not actually the team. And and specifically with Monolith Soft, they also do a lot of support work for Nintendo. Like they're definitely a big reason why Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom run on the Switch because they helped because Xenoblade are also like big sprawling games that run pretty well on the Switch. So they do a lot of support work for the open world stuff on Zelda. I don't know what else they've worked on for Nintendo, but yeah, I mean, I think that what else you brought up Capcom. There's like we're still getting new Resident Evils. You know what I mean? Like they're still doing that stuff. So maybe those are just bad call outs for.
We haven't gotten a new Resident Evil in
like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
but I think there's a Leon. Village was the last one. Yeah, we're getting like a Leon focused one, but who knows when that's.
But they are
coming,
working on one. Yeah, like we know that there's one coming. Yeah. I mean, my thing is like there are so many games that I have never played. There's so many games that all of us have never played, and I think the things that excite me the most in the space, like for the most part, I think overall would be things like old games that I never played that I'd love to play someday. And even if it's not like a substantial upgrade in any way, if there's a easier way to play on a modern platform, but also quality of life features, especially if it's an old game, that's the stuff that gets me like the most excited, where it's like, oh, I can play this old game that like maybe had like horrible checkpoints and saving systems, but now I can just fucking save it whenever I want, or whatever. Like even little shit like that is like so much more appealing to me for me to be like, oh, cool, I can check out this older thing now because they've just modernized it in a way that just makes sense for how people live now, where it's like I can't just sit in front of a Super Nintendo all day and not turn it off because I didn't get to a save point and go to sleep and wake up. Like it's just, even though I don't turn my fucking Xbox off, but this is a different point. I even though I'm very slowly, I haven't touched it in a while, playing Chrono Trigger on my 3DS. If they announced fucking tomorrow that there's a Chrono Trigger remake coming, I'd probably just never touch that again. I'd just wait for the fucking remake, and I'd play that, and I'd be happy about that. It's the same thing with, like, Dom and I have gone through and bought, like, basically all of the old Final Fantasies, and at some point I will start, chipping away at them, but at any point when they announce, like, hey, we're doing a fucking remake of this one, then I'm just going to play it, like, I'd rather just play the remake.
You got pixel remasters for everything?
We did get pixel remaster for 1 through 6, I think, is what's on there.
I don't remember. And then 7 is a remaster.
Yeah. Another great example is last year, Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake, and they're also doing 1 and 2 in that style. And those are pretty challenging games. I played the original one recently, like a year or two ago. They're old RPGs. They're not forgiving in a lot of ways, and do have like elements of grindiness. And 3 HD 2D3 did have that too, but it was nice to be able to play that with a little bit of a modern amenities attached to it. So I look forward to that stuff. Maybe for me, I look forward to like classic stuff that just becomes easier to play with maybe some quality of life features. I don't know. What about you, Mike? Anything old that you'd like to see get ported or remade or touched up or?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, let the old die.
I'm not saying to let the old die, but like if something old, kill it. Yeah, you know how much I love Last Jedi.
It's the best one.
I've got old consoles if I want to play old games.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, hooking them up is a pain in the ass. The only other remake I really am looking forward to.
Mike says this, by the way, as he's been playing Persona 3 Reload for a year.
Yeah, that's not a game I played before, you know?
Fair enough.
Yeah, but all right, Persona 4 is not going to get your tummy grumbling.
I mean, number one, I could play on the Vita if my Vita worked, but also number two, I can already play it on Steam. I just didn't buy it yet.
Okay, all right. You were going to say something, Todd?
Oh, I was just going to say, I know Metal Gear Solid 3 is coming out soon.
Yeah.
And I've played every Metal Gear game except for that game, weirdly enough, to completion, beat them all. But I would love if what they do with Metal Gear 3 is do that with the first two, because the first two are kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were rough back then, but they were still great games. But I would love that treatment to that. And that's something I wouldn't complain about, because I feel like those games, if you tried to play those games now, you'd be like, oh, I hate these controls. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a problem. Like, I'm going to play the remake, but I don't know if I have a problem with the idea of that, only because that seems like they're just trying to take it further out of Kojima's hands.
True. Yeah. I always forget about that, because he has no say over stuff, doesn't he? Yeah,
that's remaster the game. Now he has no connection to it.
Yeah, I agree with you kind of there. Yeah, kind of turned me off of it. Thanks for ruining that for me.
Yeah, no problem.
It's fine. You get Death Stranding too. You get
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, listen, I got to finish Death
I
Stranding
should
one.
probably play
but
the first game at some point.
honestly, that game got so much unforced hate. It's a delivery service game. It's fucking, the game is good. Like in no way is that game not fun. It's definitely a weird game though.
I just can't wait.
And Conan O'Brien's in it, so
Conan O'Brien is in it.
yeah.
That weird puppet from Death Stranding too.
It's so good.
I'm excited for that kind of
I
stuff.
love that
though. Like,
guy
that's
runs at like a lower frame rate too, so he's just like all like marionette
Right.
chopped up. It's great.
But it's so funny because Death Stranding 1 has Guillermo del Toro as a main character. It has Nicholas Winding Refn as like it's all these famous directors, movie heads that he loves.
Yeah, Kojima loves Hollywood. How long to beat Death Stranding? About 40 hours.
I was gonna say it's a
No
long
time
game.
for that right now. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a long game.
Anyways, I think that'll do it. I think we're at a good spot there. Unless anyone else has anything they want to say about anything at all, ever, or whatever.
Ever. Or hold your peace.
That's what I'm saying.
Forever.
All right. Well, as I search for the leaderboard on my phone, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 464 of the Pass the Controller podcast. We appreciate you. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, you want to support the show, tons of ways to do that. The easiest and freest way to do that is to just leave us a quick 5-star review, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to the show. It's super easy to leave us a review. We appreciate you if you did that. If you want to keep up with everything we do, you can just go to passthecontroller.io. That's our website. You can get updates on anything written we do, recipes, cocktail videos, any other video or written content will be linked from there. The podcast will be linked from there. As a reminder, if you are an audio listener, we do record the show live every week at twitch.tv/passcontroller. So if you want to catch the show live, you can try to catch us on a usually Friday or Saturday evening recording the show. If you can't catch it live and you still want to see the video version, no worries. You can just go to youtube.com and type in Pass the Controller Podcast. We will pop up. I think that's all we got for housekeeping end of the show stuff. So let's get right into the leaderboard. And we're going to do one that we haven't done in a while because I feel like we've just been stuck in the
Gaming the meta
for so long. We are going to go back to, I think, what was the original one, which is Answer Unlocked. The way this works is I pick 3 games. I'm going to read the achievement/trophy description of these games. Whoever guesses the game correctly gets the point. Game number 1.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't done this one in forever.
We haven't done it it takes longer.
It is. The other one's way easier.
Yeah, the other one's quick, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
Game number 1.
Blank.
I'm not going to do all of these in a row because you'll see why in a second, but I will do a couple. Completed Chapter 1 of 1. Complete Chapter 101 on any difficulty setting. Actually, I'm not going to read more of those. It does that for the whole amount of the game. There's no point for me to read all of them through.
Can you read the last one for me?
Sure. Complete. That's actually a good idea. Complete Chapter 6.3. Complete Chapter 6.3 on any difficulty setting. So there you go.
The game has chapters.
Recruit. Complete all chapters on amateur. Soldier. Complete all chapters on normal. And I'm going to quickly pause the game to say I didn't actually see the leaderboard for how it started for tonight. So Todd is in first with 16 points. Dom is in second with 12. And Mike is in third with 10. Chat has 2 points for the year, so chat, feel free to answer on as you may. Continuing, game number 1. Veteran. Complete all chapters on veteran. War hero. Complete all chapters on professional.
Is it Modern Warfare?
Incorrect. Egg hunt. Find all 4 types of eggs.
Definitely not Modern Warfare.
All dressed up. Purchase all available alternative costumes in bonus features. Take it to the max. Completely upgrade all weapons.
I feel like this is like very like standard video game.
Maybe that's a hint.
Minus the eggs.
They belong in a museum. Obtain all treasures in the game. Stockpile. Obtain all available weapons. Badge of honor. Find all the BSAA emblems. They're action figures. Collect all the figurines.
Fuck.
A friend in need. Save partner 10 times when help is displayed. Lifeguard. Save partner 10 times when dying is displayed.
No Way Home?
Incorrect.
I mean, no. Is that a game? Is that the game? Did I get that game right? I was like, did I say Spider-Man when I said that?
You did say Spider-Man.
No Way Out?
No Way Out, yeah, exactly. That's what I was going for.
Exploding heads. Pull off 20 headshots. Sorry. A cut above. Defeat 5 enemies with the knife.
This hasn't bothered me for a while. I just want to guess. What is it called? Great Circle? Indiana Jones
Incorrect.
Great Circle?
Incorrect.
Okay.
I don't think you're cutting heads off in Great Circle.
I don't know, but there was a Indiana Jones reference for one of the achievements. I'm like, it probably isn't that, but I should probably guess.
Is that
anyway.
the action figures one?
No, it belongs in a museum.
Oh yeah.
I think the action figures one is also just based on how it was written, maybe a reference to something. Cattle prod. Defeat 30 enemies with the stun rod.
Ooh.
Crowd control. Defeat 30 enemies with the Gatling gun. Bullseye. Defeat 30 enemies with the longbow.
Is it
not Gears
Dead
of War,
Rising?
Incorrect.
Gears of War 2?
Incorrect.
Dead Rising
Gears of War
2?
3?
It's neither one of those series. Get physical.
This is why I'm going to play this game.
Yeah. Defeat 20 enemies with physical attacks.
Man, these achievements do sound familiar.
You probably have some. That's another clue.
I'm sure.
The works. Chain the maximum number of combos together in one go.
Is it Bulletstorm?
Incorrect. Lead aspirin. Defeat Magini with a headshot while it's jumping. I mean, that is definitely a spoiler if you know that.
I feel like that's a huge spoiler, and I definitely don't know that.
Fireworks. Shoot an enemy Molotov cocktail, dynamite stick, or hand grenade.
That sounds familiar.
That sounds very familiar.
Be the knife. Deflect a bowgun arrow with your knife. Meat shower. Defeat 3 Magini with 1 grenade or proximity bomb.
Magini? What the fuck?
Go into the light. Defeat 2 enemies with 1 flash grenade. Ride the lightning. Defeat a Magini using the electric current from a transformer.
It's not Infamous, is it?
Incorrect.
Infamous 2?
Incorrect. Stop, drop, and roll. Defeat 3 Magini at once by setting oil canisters on fire.
Ugh.
Baptism.
Is it Back for Blood?
Incorrect. Baptism by fire. Defeat 3 Magini at once with a drum or gas tank explosion.
The fuck is a Magini? Like, what is it?
A Magini in a bottle, baby.
Ooh.
Masters of... I knew someone would laugh. I didn't expect it to be you, Mike. So you lived
I
up.
didn't laugh.
I know. No, I know. That's why I like the boo was.
I wanted to make sure that was on the record.
I knew the boo was coming. Masters. I'm gonna fix that in post. Make sure Mike's laughing. Masters of removing. Work together to save someone special. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go through and upload a bunch of different videos of Mike laughing.
Bullshit. Brenden cannot be bothered to edit everything.
Okay, I'm gonna say both at the same time, all right, just in case. Army of 1, Army of
Incorrect.
2.
Bad blood. During the first fight with
Taylor Swift.
During the first fight with major character, damage him a set number of times. I said major character instead of blank to give you a little.
Yeah,
more.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get that. I didn't get that you were. I thought the achievement just said major character.
Major character. That would actually be very funny. Drive by. Stop an armored truck by taking out the driver. Egg on your face. Defeat a Magini with a rotten egg.
What the hell's with these eggs?
I'm so mad. No, I'm more mad about the Magini thing because that's just fucking bothering me.
Heartstopper. Defeat a certain enemy by stabbing it in the heart.
And these achievements all sound very familiar. Like,
Again, I'd say you probably have some. I definitely do.
I mean, it's not ringing any bells with me, so I'm okay with that.
Who do you trust? Build up a certain level of trust with your partner. Army of One. Win 15 matches in Slayers.
oh, say that last one again. Sorry, I got distracted.
Army of One. Win 15 matches
I said that game already.
in Slayers.
Slayers.
And it's not Gear. It's weird.
Yeah, well, Slayers is Halo. It's also not Halo.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I'm gonna stop that onslaught of Halo.
I was gonna start with Halo, and then yeah.
I figured.
But Magenia, definitely not a Halo thing. Whatever the fuck Magenia.
Eye of the Tiger. Win 15 matches in Survivors. The team that slays together win 15 matches in Team Slayers. We Will Survive. Win 15 matches in Team Survivors. Keep the good time.
Is it Dead by Daylight?
Incorrect. Keep the good times rolling. Chain a 20 defeated combo in Slayers.
Oh yeah, there's combos.
It Takes Two to Tango. Chain a 40 defeated combo in Team Slayers.
Oh, this is really annoying.
It's all about the points. Score at least 40,000 points in Survivors. There's no I in Team. Score at least 80,000 points in Team Survivors. Let's get this party started. Unlock all selectable characters in verses. I'm going to skip through some of these more. Let's see.
Genie.
Magenie's driving me absolutely insane. It's pissing me off. And so help me God, if it's like
this might be a stump. I don't.
I feel like it's going to be.
The rest of these are not really helpful. I mean, I guess I'll just keep reading them.
Are they all Magini related?
Well, must have got lost. Complete Lost in Nightmares on any difficulty setting. It's just a bad dream. Complete Lost in Nightmares with an S rank. And then it's just more about those. Kung Fu Fighting. Inflict a set amount of damage to blank, main character, in Lost Nightmares.
Lost Nightmares. Devil May Cry 1 through 3?
No.
I'll give it to him.
I'm just saying so I don't have to fucking spread them all up.
Here's what I will say. We didn't bring up this specific game tonight, but we did talk about this series tonight.
Okay, this is good because when you guys start talking about video games, I was reading Sakamoto Days.
You
so
check
I
out.
don't know what we're talking about.
But like, there's a multiplayer aspect to this game, which I don't remember any game that we talked about that had like a multiplayer aspect to it.
Is it? I start saying things.
Oh, it's Severance.
Just get my brain moving so I can fucking think of something. Go ahead, say it. Go.
Is Code Veronica the one that has multiplayer?
Are you guessing is this game Code Veronica?
That is not. That is not a multiplayer game, but I don't know the name. If you pick the Resident
RE6?
Incorrect.
RE5?
Damn it.
Dom who said 5 first? Dom gets the point.
I never got to say 5. I was going to say it and then Dom.
Magini now makes sense because
Code Veronica didn't have multiplayer?
No.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I might pivot the rest of these now because
Did you get the thing I say?
that was
Like
The thing you sent me? Yes, I saw that.
Thought.
What is Slayer in fucking Resident Evil though?
I think 5 was the first mainline game to have multiplayer. So they had like a few different co-op modes and stuff. It might have just been like a horde type thing or something. I don't remember. I only think I really played the campaign cooperatively. I don't think I played any of the other modes. At least I don't remember playing the other modes.
Yeah, we played it. That game, like, I don't know. That game did nothing for me out of all the Resident Evils.
Oh, I liked 5.
It was all right. It was. I liked the beginning. I didn't like the back end.
I had fun playing it as a co-op game. Like I played through that game with you, and I played through it with.
I feel like it wasn't good if you didn't, because my first playthrough before I played it with you was by myself. Like, despise it.
Yeah. Right. I didn't hate my time with it. let's see if this. Actually, we'll save that.
I mean, that game followed Resident Evil 4, so I mean, good luck.
Yeah, I mean, it was also, I think, when they started moving it further into being more of an action.
Action,
because it went like 4, which was definitely a little more actiony. 5,
it was all broad
like,
daylight.
Yeah,
5 was all like broad daylight.
5 was a little bit more actiony, and then 6 was just like an action movie.
Yeah, minus the Leon campaign, because that was actually good, and that everything else sucked.
I don't know. I started 6, and I was like, yeah, I'm good with whatever the fuck.
I only played the Leon one. I tried playing all the other ones, and it was terrible.
Wait, how many? I thought it was just 2. How many?
It was 3. It was Leon, it was Chris, and then I think Wesker's son. I forget his name.
Which is the one? Is Leon's the one where you're like starting a helicopter and like crashes, or is that Chris's? It must be Chris's.
That's Chris's.
Yeah.
Leon's the one where you start in a cemetery and.
Yeah, see, I think I started with Chris's, and I like the helicopter.
Yeah, you should have started with Leon.
Like, yeah,
Leon was like
whatever the fuck this.
Leon was like old school Resident Evil, and everyone else was like straight up action.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Good with that. Okay, I should probably pivot to something completely different now.
Let's see.
Okay.
Picks up everything now.
Game number 2. I'm going to skip the first one, and I will come back to the first one if... Actually... Okay. I'm going to skip blank is the name of the achievement/trophy. And the description is, from stage 1, make it to stage 3, bosses in survival mode with the Japanese ROM. You do need to give me the full title of this game. Easier than arm wrestling. Defeat the wrestler without any player dying. Falling for blank. Playing from stage 1, fall through the deck after blank. It tastes like burning. Hurt blank with one of his own bombs.
Ooh, this does sound familiar.
Is it Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time?
Incorrect. Dysfunctional family. Play in a 4-player match with 3 other people.
Is it the Simpsons arcade game?
It is indeed the Simpsons arcade.
Wait, how though? Is that is that on Xbox?
Simpsons arcade. It's like an Xbox Live arcade game.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know. I'm thinking of like the fucking cabinet one.
Yeah, I mean, it is that game.
Yeah.
It's just
Got ported.
the port.
How have I never played that?
Turtles in Time also had a sumo wrestler, correct?
I don't remember. The name of the first achievement was Mr. Sparkle, which is obviously why I didn't say it.
Yeah.
You could have said that and I wouldn't have known what that is.
One of them would have fucking scooped it immediately. Or at least would have said The Simpsons.
Sparkle.
Okay.
I mean, I probably could have said it after It Tastes Like Burning myself, but I
had a feeling that they were going to very quickly become... let's see, you got Bongo's Angst, Battling Seizure Robots, Helper Monkey, Best Score Ever, Release the Hounds, Like Taking Candy from a Baby.
Is that still on Marketplace? I feel like the kids.
I think it got taken off a long time ago.
No. Damn.
Quotation excellent. Like they're all pretty on the schnoz. All right, let's see if this is 2 devil horns. I'll rapid through them. Game number 3. Dom is in contention for a rare sweep. I will accept not the full title here.
Ooh.
Defier of the Condemnation. I will also preface this one with, I don't think any of us have played this game.
Oh, so you're just giving us a game that we don't know.
I mean, you know the game. You should know the game.
it's
Defier
Tetris.
of the Condemnation. Incorrect. Fused with the Proto-Fiend blank. Defender of law ever and always. Recreated the world and upheld God's order. The world of the myriad gods. Recreated the world and saved blank. Maybe I shouldn't do this, actually.
It's Katamari Dynasty.
Incorrect.
Katamari.
Maybe
Wait,
I should do this.
Is it
Is it Metaphor?
Incorrect.
What was the name of that game?
Why are you saying maybe you shouldn't do it?
Is it a recent game? Came out a couple years ago.
This version of it did. Came out last year, maybe.
Maybe it's not the game I'm thinking of then.
Maybe we should skip this, because I know for sure none of us have played it.
What is it? Just tell us.
Should we skip? Should we just punt this and pick it up again right now?
Kick it to the curb. If you think none of us are going to get it, then I.
Okay, here, I'll reread the one I just read, and I will unblank the last word. And if someone gets it there, we're good. The world of the myriad gods recreated the world and saved Tokyo.
Oh, is it Tokyo Mirage Sessions?
Incorrect.
Ghostwire.
We're gonna skip. We're gonna skip. It was Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Why would you ever pick that?
Because it's fucking devil horns, baby. Get in the mix.
I actually always wanted to play one of those games, but I never did. Isn't that just Switch stuff though? I mean, Nintendo stuff, or they do other?
I've started to say ported because it does have more stuff in it. They have Shin Megami Tensei 5 came out on the Switch when it came out. It was a Switch exclusive, and then last year they did Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, which also came to Switch but got ported to PlayStation and Xbox. I don't know if it's on PC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, weird. I didn't even know that.
All right. Final game number 3. Awakening. Complete Prologue Awakening mission. You do need to give me the full title of this game.
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Incorrect.
Damn.
Is that an achievement? Because that sounds right.
Awakening sounds like the beginning of an Assassin's Creed game.
Any Assassin's Creed game, yeah.
Blank. Complete blank mission. I'm not going to read that one because it's too close to the title of the game. Beekeeper.
Bees.
Complete Where Did the Bees Sleep mission.
That sounds familiar.
Gears Turn.
Yeah, it does.
Complete Hellbound mission. Caravan. Complete Trader's Caravan mission. Voices. Complete Voices mission.
Oh, some of these sound really familiar.
Immortal. Complete Metallic Archaea mission. Skull. Complete Sahelanthropus mission. I don't know if I said that right. Disappearance. Complete A Quiet Exit mission.
Is it Assassin's Creed Mirage?
Incorrect. Truth. Complete Truth, the Man Who Sold the World mission.
Fuck, that sounds really familiar.
Apprentice. Complete a mission using a combat unit staff member. Accomplished. Complete all missions. Executed. Complete all mission tasks. Elite. Complete all missions with an S rank.
Oh, okay. I was going to say fucking Skyrim, and now you completely changed my mind.
Undertaken. Complete a side op. Cleared. Complete all mine clearing side ops. Achieved.
Oh, wow.
Complete all side ops.
The Psychonauts too?
Incorrect. Captured. Capture an outpost or guard post. Deployment. Complete all key dispatch missions. Intruder. Play an infiltration blank mission. Cry havoc. Make blank blank available for deployment. Speechless. Make blank available for deployment. Trusty steed. Raise bond with blank blank to the maximum. Man's best friend. Raise bond with blank blank to the maximum. War buddy. Raise bond with blank to the maximum.
It's not Skyrim?
Incorrect.
What?
Extraction. Blank extract an enemy soldier.
Oh, yeah. I'm hearing soldiers.
Interrogation. Interrogate an enemy soldier.
I feel like this game was made for me, and I don't know it.
Is it Snake Eater?
Incorrect. To the rescue. Extract a female prisoner. Platoon.
Is it Metal Gear Solid 4?
Incorrect. Platoon. Increase.
Metal Gear Tactics?
Incorrect. Is that a game? Metal Gear Tactics?
I don't know.
I think it's a PSP game. It might be a PSP. No, it's not Tactics, but there's a game like that for PSP.
That was familiar in my head.
I like the idea of us making up game names.
Right.
Platoon. Increase blank blank staff to 50 or more personnel. Battalion.
Man.
Increase blank blank staff to 250 or more personnel.
Halo Wars.
Incorrect. Army. Raise all teams/units to level 50. Enhancement. Develop 50 or more development items. Reinforcement. Develop 100 or more development items. Locked and loaded. Develop 300 or more development items. Architect. Construct all available platforms for blank blank. Deterrence. Deterrence. Develop a nuclear weapon.
It's not Phantom Pain? Really?
Okay. Well, yes, but you said Metal Gear 4, which is not...
Isn't that Phantom Pain?
No, that is Guns of the Patriots. Metal Gear Solid 5 is the Phantom Pain.
So what's 3?
Snake Eater.
Which one was
Guns of the
Tactics?
Patriot. Fuck, I'm thinking... and I love Guns of the Patriot.
I know.
That's
When
right.
you said... When Dom said Snake Eater, and then you said 4, I was like, is anyone going to say 5? I don't know why no one's saying 5. I was so confused.
Because I was making up games instead.
You did. Well, that'll do it. That's Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I did say you need to give the full title, but I'll accept The Phantom Pain.
I could have... Yeah. I feel like that's the harder part.
More importantly, that's the part that I wanted. I wanted the Phantom Pain.
Right. That's like the harder part.
Because what I was expecting to happen, which what almost happened but didn't happen, was someone to say a Metal Gear game, and then someone to just say like with the number, and I was like, I wanted the full title. Anyway, so Todd stops the sweep, putting him at 17, but Dom does pick up 2 points, putting him at 14, and Mike has got a cat and still in 10. We appreciate you, and that'll do it for this week's episode 464. We will see you next week.